Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. And here we're gonna have another live game played on tygem. I finally got myself to 6 dan. Well, it's my turn to play actually. I'm playing as black. Alright, so yeah, I'm playing against 6 dan. Finally, the match starts to get interesting. Alright, so this is a fast game, 5 minutes, 3 times 30 seconds, Boyomi. Alright, so let's go for something that I've talked about in my Joseki series, and yeah, let's play things that I've talked about so my viewers can appreciate a bit more. So white decides to play the traditional style Joseki that I did not really cover in my Joseki series, but now you know how to play against it. We basically get the corner and then we do a nice split in the middle. So this is an excellent move because it's getting rid of white's moyo on top. And then I can follow up with a 2-space extension. My next aim is to peep here, which I'm going to do immediately because that's a very nice move to play. And that's a typical follow-up. You would peep and then you jump, and now suddenly we see that the moyo that the white used to have has become a target of attack. So the clamp is very interesting. I haven't seen that before. I probably should have studied a little bit more on this local area, but so if I push here, he will wedge Atari, and I will Atari from here. White's gonna take, or white's gonna extend out actually. So that's interesting. So locally, I'm not sure how I should play this. Maybe I should just Tanuki actually. That's what I have in mind now. But can I Tanuki, or can I just connect here and fight? So first of all, I cannot connect because he can just extend. If I push, he extends again. Then I would have a problem. So let me push here first. That can't be a bad move. And maybe I can Atari here. If I Atari here, white's gonna push out. Oh, maybe I can actually Atari here. If I Atari, if white pushes out, I can connect my stone here. And that would be Ataring this stone. So I will show you what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and Atari. I did not see this variation when I was thinking about it, so now I'm seeing it. So instead of taking and letting white Atari, I can connect myself first. Now, see, white is forced to make a very ugly shape locally, which is something I'm very happy about. And now I can just get myself out like this, right? These two stones I will treat them very lightly now because they've done their jobs, and then their values are their values are reflected on the board. And now I can just keep pushing. And that's very nice for me. See, every exchange we have is a good exchange for black, because my wall is facing a very, very wide side, and his wall is facing towards his wall. And finally, we play a very, very nice small knight move to limit the potential for white to develop. So till here, I think black should be totally fine in this position. And yeah, and as we can see, white is just too over concentrated in this area. So Go game is all about efficiency, and that's why we try to not over concentrate. So now I'm gonna invade, and usually you would not want invade immediately. The reason I invade here is because this invasion is not only an invasion, but it's also putting threats onto these two guys. That makes this invasion a lot more valuable. And now I can just make a crosscut. Very nice move that you can learn from this game. So basically, this crosscut is a lot better than if you just simply extend back. I think white should have connected the ko, but instead he decides to fight a ko. That I'm not too sure why he's doing that. Okay, the corner is it a ko threat? If I sacrifice the corner, I get some territory over here, which is nice. This is a very important point for me to decide whether I want to go for this trade. The trade being that if I connect here, white will extend to the 2-2 and kill my corner. I think I'll just play that because seems to be quite a reasonable trade.
Overtime countdown has begun.
And I'll add another move. Yes, I'll add another move to make sure this corner is gonna be my profit. Here he has this ko going on, but it's not really too serious. I think I'll just play another move to completely destroy the territory here, and also aiming at getting my stones back. So we can tell the difference. If I didn't make the 2-space extension, white will enclose me here. But instead I get this incente, so I'm very happy about that. And I'm not too worried about this ko, because if he plays the ko, I'll fight the ko, and I should be okay. So I'm gonna keep playing what is important. That is to enclose my corner and stuff like that. So okay, he plays another move that I don't see much value. I don't see much value in that. So if he cuts, I can Atari and just turn. There's really not much that white gets from that. And not to say that these guys are in more and more dangerous situation. And at the end, he didn't even do anything, so I can just connect this back and I'll be fine. These are all over concentrated stuff, like it doesn't make much sense. So now we need to find a direction to attack these guys, while making sure our wall is kind of fine, because white added a lot of moves here. So it's an important move to
8,
find
7, 6.
Maybe this one. This one is pretty much, well, he decides to cut me, but if he doesn't, I have ways to connect myself. Okay, so I think I'll just start attacking first. If he just jumps, I can get out towards the right side. Yeah, such as this, right? So now he decides to run. That's correct. Hard to find the correct move. Maybe I'll get rid of the roots and then work on. I like this move better instead of jumping. This is putting a lot more pressure. Now let's see how white deals with that. So this is nice, but does it? First of all, there's some cutting issues here. If I just push and cut, I think he's gonna Atari and then just break out like this. So that's not acceptable. I will keep attacking from the outside. And in the meantime, I get rid of any problem in the corner. So that's fairly nice. And now I just keep going. Yep, and that's fine. Okay, and we will maybe fight another ko. No, I don't think so. I think we'll just fix the corner and it will be fine. Okay, so white decides to get out in a very very miserable way, I would say. It's but it works. It's fine. If he really wants to get out, he can get out. I can't really do anything to stop that. I can certainly not jump here. So I'll just play like this. And we will go for a push and the peep. So remember, if the direction of attack is very important. If I push on top, white will keep extending, grabbing himself territory, destroying my territory. But now look at my direction of attack. I decide to enclose this direction, which means that right now my corner is getting better and better. And now I can just let him go, right? There's no point for me to really try to kill this dragon. It's way too much work. And now we are pretty much into the endgame phase, actually. So I might just add another move here. Or do I have the time to do that? Because there's still stuff in the 3-3.
7, 6.
So we'll add another move. Make sure that the corner is just fine. Yeah, making sure the corner is going to be fine, and obviously we lose a lot of territory over here. Okay, we'll at least get the corner. Yeah, maybe this move was a problematic move. Now think about it. I should have just enclosed the corner here and let him drag, do something here. Maybe he'll live a corner, but at least my group's gonna be alive. He's only gonna have a corner, so This move itself is a lot bigger
Overtime
than
countdown has
protecting here.
begun.
So yeah, that was a mistake pretty much. All right, we're gonna enclose that. And now all I can do here is to enclose this guys, but white got a lot of territory by just taking this stone off the board. So now that's just an endgame. We're gonna play out some endgames, and hopefully you guys can learn some endgame skills. Now I can see that this Kosumi is a very interesting big move. But obviously this turn is also
9,
huge. So
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So let's play this move. And we're gonna peep here. And then we'll try to cut white off. Okay, so white is making himself alive. That's very necessary. And black got a lot thicker here, which means these two guys have to immediately worry about their... Whoa, he doesn't even worry about it. Okay, so obviously there's stuff going on, right? When you have connections this loose and you have all the wall and stuff, you don't hesitate. You just go ahead and cut everything off. Okay, that's fine. So unfortunately, I don't think I can run here because he can just push, and then I would be dead. Okay, whatever. So we'll leave it and then we'll play something else. Now this Atari is very interesting. We'll play that. He connects. That's fine. And now we will get this this move that I always wanted to get. This really reduces everything here. Next, there's another Kosumi, so this is quite large. If white get to play this move, there's a lot of points here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Two overtimes left.
Should be a winning game for black, right? Because I think the entire game, my territory was doing quite well.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, he plays a move that I don't know why here. What does this move do? Not sure. Yeah, not sure at all what that does. If you don't play, I'll just keep getting rid of your territory then. Okay, he plays that. And this one will just defend. Or we can defend here as well. Maybe not. There's too much Aji, so I'm just going to defend properly. And we will just make sure everything is super solid. All these moves are not making any points. Right? White has pretty much nothing here. So especially this move, I'm not sure what it's doing. Okay, so now our corner is super safe, right? Nothing can happen in that corner, and now we can defend this monkey jump. And then good way is for you to play like this. That's one of the ways to guard yourself against the monkey jump, right? There's nothing you can stop the monkey jump. It's really just how you enclose as much as you can. And this one I will defend, otherwise there's not a monkey jump. So that has to be defended. Usually a monkey jump is a 7-point sente, so it's quite huge. Okay, so he decides to go for that. He's just gonna connect here. Okay. All right, I'll just connect my things and yeah, so that's fine. Okay, we'll get a couple sentes here. Making sure white does not get this, right? If white gets this, we have to retreat. So that could be a double sente. Very important for that to not happen. And then we can reduce this area a little bit. Otherwise, white might jump here, and then there's some stuff going on. Okay, he takes. I'll make another jump so everything is connected. Because at this point, there's not many big areas that you can play, right? Most of the stuff are played.
The last overtime. 9.
And it's pretty much just end games like 1 point, 2 points, stuff like that. So he's gonna play that, and then pretty much black can just connect here. My 4 stone is not gonna be a problem because this connection and this connection is a Mii. So I don't need to worry about those two. See, now I want to connect here, but I think a better way for me to play is to squeeze to make sure this guy does not become a point. But also making sure that this guy eventually is not a point. So that's a better way for you to play endgames, is for you to maximize everything. So before I connect back, I will just take it once. Why not? It's free. It's free stuff, and then I can just connect myself back, right? So all my groups are connected. There's absolutely no problem. So that's the way for you to play endgame. Make sure you maximize everything everywhere, because those 1.2 points might make a huge difference in games.
Overtime. 9, 8.
In games
7,
where it's really
6,
tight. I really don't like
5,
this.
4, 3.
I really don't like this girl just like last countdown, blah blah blah. You know, super loud too. Sorry about that. I wonder if there's a thing that, I'll figure it out probably by next time. So Y connects, which is not necessarily a good idea.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
We'll play a move here. This is a Sente, otherwise there is this Atari, and then clamp here, so it's super annoying. Yeah, so he should have just blocked here instead, because now I can squeeze this point out of him. Yeah, well, I think it was the same thing. But maybe there's some problems with this group, so which is why I want to connect this, if that is working. Obviously, does he have a wedge? If he wedges, I
9,
take go
8,
like
7,
this.
6.
Okay, forget it. So I'll first get this one, because without this one, now I can drag this out. He has a wedge here, but I can defend with this Atari. He plays this one, I take, he Ataris, I connect. He's gonna Atari again, and I connect. There's no problem. I'm back home, safe and everything. My shape is terrible, but this is the end game, so
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I better finish my comments before this girl just like 10, 9. So annoying. Okay, so there's this move that has some points. How many
9,
points is this? This is
8,
pretty much 4 points.
7, 6, 5.
But before that, let me get a quick Sente over here, making sure that I don't miss these. This is a Sente because otherwise there's a lot of Achi going on. I can Atari and attach here. It's going to be a lot of problems.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In the meantime, oh, she resigned. Okay, so she realized that she does not have enough points, I guess. Let me just quickly count. Well, why not just do a counting practice with my viewers? So let's see. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 points, we all see that. And then we have another 3 times 5, so 15. 15 plus 5, 20. Easy, right? So
you have been invited.
Stop that. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We need to count this point because later on basically later on both sides will extend on the first line. That's how you count it. So we said 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 points here. There's potential for this to become a point, but we're not going to count it for now. So let's go for here. So just remember this 25 plus a little bit more, right? And plus these two guys are kind of my food potentially, right? Like I can take it. So that's definitely 26 and a little bit more. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? Tell here is a 30 and then 31. And then we have a 2 plus 8, right? So 31 plus 10, that's 41. Did I just say, yeah, 31 plus 10 is 41. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, plus 3 dead stones. So that's 49 plus 6, because 3 times 2 is 6. That's 55. 55, we haven't counted the center, so 55, 57, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. White's going to push here, so this is not my point. 65, 66, 67, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. So black has 71, and I have 4 captures, so I will just write it out. So I'll have 75, right? 4 captures means there are already 4 captures for me, so each capture is 1 point. I counted my board as 71, but I always remember, guys, to count your captures. Sometimes I don't do that and leads to like horrible results. 75, that's the total points I have. What about white? Well, white will likely defend here, so he can defend like this. And I push here and push here, and maybe it's hard for you to visualize, but I can tell you this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. White has 6. There's no point here. White has to connect everything back, and then there's 2 points here. So we said 6 plus 8. That's no, sorry, 6 plus 2. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right? Maybe 14. So 14 max. And 15, 16, 17, 18, maybe 19, right? If I squeeze here, it's not even 19. So, but since there's potential, so we'll just say 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 20, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, right? So 37, 38, 39 plus 5 times 2, that's 49. So white has 49, but we always remember to count the captures. The 49 plus 7, that's 56, which means I am 19 points ahead on the board. After I pay the Comey, guys, that's going to become likely, let's say the Chinese rules, I'm still going to be winning by 11.5. It's quite a huge lead for a 6-10. Yeah, that's a great time for my opponent to basically resign. So let's quickly review this one. Oh, actually, I've never seen this. Okay, let's see what happens. So, okay, I decided to go for the 3-3 because I've taught that in my Joseki lectures. But you can absolutely just go for a low approach here, no problem. Since I haven't covered those, I decided to stick with something that I've taught in my game. So how does this even work? So refresh. Okay, that's what I play. So refresh is when you go back to original variation. So here I always recommend my viewers to go for the Josekis that I talked about in my Joseki series for the 3-3 because this is the AI recommended stuff. So play like this, and why not just start playing somewhere else? Or if you are a bit old school, you can connect everything here. It's no problem. What are these weird rectangles? Let's refresh them. Anyway, so basically, that's how you play out against the old Fashion Joseki, and then check how I played, like very quickly split Right? We get a territory, we split immediately to destroy any moyo here. We have two corners sitting here. Very comfortable game for black moving on. White decides to go from this side, not a problem. We decide, then we have the textbook way of dealing with this. We make a two-space extension. We're aiming at this peep. This peep is golden for your Joseki, right? Like especially if your opponent plays the traditional one. And then it's very annoying because now white cannot really, he cannot really play this. This is way too slow, right? I can just jump out. This is way too slow. It's defending a cutting point that does not exist. But as we have all seen in the game, white decides to play this one. That's correct. Then I get this peep, and then white is forced to connect here, which is a great exchange for black. And then next move, jump right out to attack white. Very, very aggressive, but also AI approved. I think it's also a very rational way of you playing, because we've done a lot of work, and now we have the strength to attack this wall. White decides to clamp, which I think he should just probably just come out like this. That would be slightly better, I would say. But instead he clamped out, and then after a bit of thought, I decide to play this one. Here, if white extending out, that's correct. If white takes, that's even worse, because now white is all sealed in. There's no way that white can really fight this ko. Even if he manages to get a ko threat, you take back, I can connect. You take this one, I can still Atari. The key is that how important is over concentration, right? The idea of over concentrating. Look at how white just over concentrate. How many stones they are? So that's 10 stones, 13 stones, all squeezing one area. Black got both sides. Black got a nice wall. His group is settled. So this is definitely a very pleasant thing for black. So which is why white will do whatever it takes to come out. Black connects and white connects. So I really don't like this connection. I think white should have do whatever it takes to not play that move. White should have just extended out. Black does not really have time to do that either, because after this, white turns. This guy is dead. If you press, likely you're not gonna kill white. So this loss is huge. So really, yeah. So white should really just have played something else, or thought about it carefully, because this connection is terrible, right? Like all these stones are all squeezed together, and now black just kept pushing. These are all no-brainer moves, right? Like you don't really think about them, you just push. And why did I do all that, right? I'm a 6-10 plus, and then I'm just playing push, 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 push. Why? Because my idea is that my stones are facing a bright side, right? Black stones are facing a brilliant side. That's where I want to be facing. And look at white stones, all facing these stones, right? That's what we want in the game of Go, is to make sure your opponent plays all these repetitive moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 9 stones over here. There's another 7 stones over here, all squeezed in this narrow, in this narrow area. And then basically we extend it out, and white decides to play another move, which is super slow, and black is already leading here because of the direction of play. And then I play another move, very, very good, I think, because otherwise, I could have played something like this. And after this exchange, white plays this one. This is also possible, but this could become quite large. So I decided to play over here. Probably a mistake. I should have worked on my moyo instead, probably. But I think my position is still okay after that. And then here, a very important thing is for you to cut. If you just extend out, white does this. What can you do here? Right? These guys are not generating any eye space. Instead, black cuts here. Very, very nice. If you play this one, I can Atari. You take, I can get myself out. White is completely cut off. Absolutely no way to attack black. This is excellent for black. If white extends, probably should have. There's already ways for me to get the corner, and then and then I can come here, and then there's still nothing here. There's still a cutting point here. So because of my wall, or thanks to my wall, this is very easy for me to play. So in the game, white played, I think what white played was fine, except white should really have just connected here, right? Making sure white is solid, and black does not really have eye space right now. Not immediate eye space for black. So black still have to, connect himself.
You have been invited.
How do I need to close this. And then, yeah, basically that's how this should be played out by white. But instead, white decides to fight a ko, which is not necessary because this move is super annoying for white. It aims at dragging everything that white had back. And white decides to turn here, but guys, a better move is to, kill everything in a more efficient way. That is for you to play as efficient as you possibly can, right? This is all what Go is about. If every single move you play is a slightly more efficient than your opponent's, you'll likely win the game. But instead, this move is super passive, right? Instead of at least peeping here, So yeah, that's what is played. I played a very passive move. I think I should have played something else. Honestly, I should have just played this one at least, right, to put pressure on my opponent. But instead, I played passive. Guys, I'm not proud of it. You should definitely not play like me, right? Like always go for the most efficient, aggressive move. White has no time to do things like this, right? After you do these things, check, you got a nice thing going on, check, you'll be immediately under tremendous pressure. Your group is not alive. There's a wall waiting for you. So white does not have time to really get the territory. So why do I protect my territory? No, this is not necessary. Alright, so some other moves. I'm not sure what white is doing, playing all these moves, doing nothing. And all my moves are very efficient. And then we'll quickly move forward because all these moves don't really have any educational value or not much to learn from them because they're all like intermediate sort of moves that have to be played for the game to keep going. And then my direction of play once again was very nice. I played the Kema. When white comes out, I was talking about direction of play. Let's assume we just don't think about it. We just check. I know a lot of my viewers would be tempted to push, and push, and then white slide in. Look at what you get. This wall facing these two guys, facing this guy, nothing to work on here. Look at what white has. All of these, right? All of these good stuff. And your corner is gone, right? Like you have to play another move. Look at how small this corner is right now. So absolutely terrible direction of play if that happens. But instead, look at my direction of play. Peep here, white connects, and then I play here. I get the direction I want. I enclose the stuff I want, and I force white to run towards a direction that he does not want to run towards. Excellent play by black. And check, white spends 1, 2, 3. All these moves not generating any profits. I got myself a few points here. I got myself a lot over here. Excellent play. And then here, absolutely should have just played something like this. making sure this thing is killed, not letting white getting this move. Probably there's something over here, but it is just what it is, right? Like you have to go ahead and play out this, or in case you want safety, this is also going to be fine. So you can you can put pressure here, but white has something like this, and yeah, this could be unpleasant, especially these guys are sort of in danger. There's no way to really enclose white, so I guess my move was better than I thought. So this enclosing is also very, very big, so that's probably okay what I played, but this move is absolutely huge. And then after this exchange, I get this in Gote, and then white got a lot in Sente here. But that's okay, that doesn't change the outcome of the game, because just because most my early game was super well played, and after a few moves, this is game over. There's nothing white can do, because all my groups are alive, and I'm just leading by territory by a lot, so nothing that white can work on at this point in the game. So hope you guys learned something from this very, very interesting game. I think the direction of play and understanding where to build your walls and stuff like that, very, very important concepts in Go. And then by fully understand those concepts, you will totally increase your rank by a lot, right? Especially if you're not at a high dan level, because at my level, direction of play still matters a lot, but I think most high dan level players have good directions of play, and it's mostly about mid game fighting. It's mostly about life and death. But for if you're like in a single digit queue, this will be tremendously helpful. Like where to push your opponent, where to build your walls, where to how to choose your Josekis properly. Those are very, very helpful stuff. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys